Hi guys, so today I just did a video and I'm doing another one. So I wanted to share with you all that I'm on a journey to, I would say, forgive my mom, but that's not it. So obviously you don't know, but I grew up with like my mom. She was like, I think she was narcissistic. I don't really know the words, but I know she was an abuser. I know she changed a lot, because like kids, they take a lot of your energy, right? And since we're not kids anymore, she's nicer, I would guess. Like she has more energy to be like more patient, but since she didn't like take the patience to be patient at first, it's not in her habits to be patient. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm on a journey to not forgive her, but to understand that the past is behind me and I need to do this to move on. So how do I do it? I don't know. First thing first, I guess. The first thing that I did was I kind of let my inner child out. I was like trying to repay for the childhood I didn't have. Trying to like rehab have the childhood I didn't have. So I bought a lot of stuffed animals and like I had the childlike behavior, which is fine. I didn't die or anything, just it's not the best behavior to take responsibility and grow as an adult. So like I like in my adulthood I like repaid from my childhood. I know when I can be childish and I know when I need to like be an adult. It's really useful for the life of every day. You know when to have fun, you let your inner child out, and when you're not, like you need to have your responsibilities. Well, you have your adulthood. I also try to, I wouldn't say romanticize, but I try to see the positive in what I've been and what my family and I've been through. So like I try to see the positive in things, which allowed me to kind of make peace with like the universe or God or whatever you believe in, because I was like, why in the whole world would ever child go through what this is? I was like, there is no use. Then like listen, you can learn for in other way. And I was like, so you're supposed to be all good, all and everything, but we're all going through this. What? So I got like really upset. I wouldn't say angry, but upset. Oh sure. So I kind of romanticize so the positive in it. Like for example, we used to like stay alone for a while, cause like without parents around, cause like I'm a divorced child of divorced parents, and when we were at our home at our mom's, this was when like she had to work, obviously, and she had to work in the late hours, so we like stayed home alone, and it gave us the responsibility of like cooking the food and everything, so we kind of had like the basic of survival. It was fine. So like I know in that when I started going to college, my friends, they were like, oh, I wish I could be like you, you're so responsible, but it wasn't for the best. It wasn't the best way to learn it. And then since like I'm personally the second, where at that time, the time I'm talking about, with my mom being narcissistic and my dad not being there because he couldn't actually. And so we were 4. There is the first one, then there's me, then there's another one, and the small little boy. The last one, the only boy. And no, he's not unhappy in a family full of girls. Stop it, seriously. I'm being upset about it. Anyway, so since I was like only the second, the first one, she had like all the authority and whatever she asked, she had. That's just the way it is, which is normal. Then the little one, we were like trying to be a little more sensitive, and my mom was a little more sensitive about him, so like it seemed like he had it easier than us. It's fully wrong, because we were like kind of making him our plushie, which is really bad, really, really bad. But we're like working on making it better for us. Then we had like the 2 middle child. This middle child, the middle child that was like after me, she's 2 years smaller than me, you're younger than me. She's like really tough. She has a really tough personality. She's like head first, think later. And I'm the total opposite. I spend a lot of time in my head, so I didn't really take action at the time. So what was best for me is that I learned to convince people, not with my authority or my energy, or like I actually had to convince those people with my words, and only my words were important. So I had to like see the whole stuff for them to convince them, which is really nice stuff now. Obviously, we also learned emotional intelligence, because since our mom was a narcissistic, we actually had to see everything through her eyes before we could see it through ours. And then since we were like, this is normal for us, having this type of behavior, for us this is normal. So like we would kind of had to like see the world through each person we were talking to before doing the action. Also, she kind of, I won't say beat us, but kind of oopsie. So like we also learned to, because she was really mad when we were like showing any types of anxiety or anything. So we had to like stay confident all the time, even when she was like, so it's kind of hard, but we learned it. And now when we're like in a professional meeting already, or like we have to speak up in front of everyone, it's easier for us. Well, I'm saying this, but I'm actually feeling bad, because now it's getting better. So please let my family out of this. I'm trying like to say that because I know I'm not the only one who grew up with parents that are like belt easy on us. she didn't use the belt. Calm down, guys. So like, I know I'm not the only one, but I'm thinking that if maybe I speak about this type of stuff and how I'm growing, you can see that the shit that you're feeling like you're in is because you're going better. Obviously, we had also to relearn every social interaction we learned that the way she talked to us wasn't like the best way. Had to relearn a lot of stuff to get through adulthood. I'm still young in adulthood. I'm only 21. But like my siblings, the younger ones are like in high school. So they're going through this emotional change of having to adapt to people instead of them adapting to us. So yes, I kind of to forgive her or like forgive myself, embrace myself in a way. I actually did the Peter Pan syndrome. So I let my inner child out and was like being normal, but then people were saying that I'm just scared of being an adult. But I was like, I've been an adult for too long, damn, stop it. And now I'm like, the right in between. I can be childish when I want to. When I want to have fun, I feel a bit depressed. I let my child out. It's like, it's fine. And then when I have to take responsibility, which I know I can recognize them, I'm not stupid, I still can see stuff. And it also gave me more confidence in my life, because I know people are going to try convince me some stuff, and I'm like, baby girl, I grew up with my mom gaslighting me. You think I don't know when you lie? You see me in ways in your eyes. I know how I am, okay? Nobody else know who I am and how I am. Not even my siblings, and it's normal. I don't even know them right. There are parts of them that I don't know. So if someone tell you, oh, you have this, huh? And I'm saying that with so much anger and passion, that's because like my mom was telling me that I'm scared of being an adult because I had like 2 years of college, and then I got back to our house, kind of because I wanted, but also not. I wanted to get back at her house to like, forgive her, get a better relationship with my family. But also, since I failed those 2 years of college, I did not have the scholarship to the money. Like, the state give us money if you study well. But since I did not study well, I had to get back at her house because I ran out of money. But anyway, I was like spending a lot of time with my family, like back in my house before this happened. So I guess it's all just the universe working for me, because I did really study and I really don't know how I failed those exams. I'm really stressed about it. Sensitive area of my life. So now that I'm like, now that I know what I'm feeling about her and everything, I'm kind of blaming her for everything. I'm like, whatever happens, I can, since now I know she's abusive. She was abusive. And she's not a good person towards us. I'm saying my mom because she was like the biggest in my two parents, but my dad was part of it too. I just, since since she was like smaller in the purse, I just took it all on my mom. So obviously I'm still learning stuff, but I realized that for every stuff that I did wrong, I took the blame on her, and kind of my anger and my resentment towards her only grew bigger and bigger. And for stuff she wasn't even like, it wasn't even her fault, it was all me. I just refused. I was like, no, you did wrong and you never apologize, so obviously I have my reason, but she's never going to apologize, and I want to move on. I need to move on. I owe myself this. I do not want to live in a way that's like the same way she did. Like, she built me a life that I want to get out of. And by keeping this resentment, I'm just keeping my life the way she made it. So to move on, we need to heal this part of us that's like begging you to move on, really begging. So what I did was, actually took me, like, I started doing it two days ago, so I'm going slow on it, but I'm trying to be more like, to see the perspective not on my anger but on what's actually happening. So I feel stupid saying that, but that's a lot of work for someone who's lived through stuff. Like, for normal people it will be like, I know, like, saying it out loud, it sounds stupid, but it's not. It's a lot of work for not only the child who were abused, but for everyone who has like a lot of for everyone who has like difficulty with their parents. I think that the kind of the stuff that made me realize that made me realize that I wasn't moving on, actually, that my inner child was healed, but that I was still in the same spiral, that I was growing in the same world and not in the world that I wanted for myself. Was that there was a friend that she's still studying. Lucky her. So there is this friend who's like having trouble with her mom, because her mom is always worried about her work, about her studies, about everything, really, and she's like arresting her on her studies and her future and everything. But that's because she's really stressed. Again, it's not really an excuse, but there is a background to it. So like, this friend, she was really upset at her mom. She didn't want to talk to her about her studies or her work or her future plans, because it was like she was already being harassed. So like, going in her way would be telling her, yes, I don't mind what you do, but she does mind, and everybody would. So she didn't talk about her stuff, but one day she realized, one day, it went on a whole semester. She had a really bad semester, really bad year, and what she did, she had really bad grades, and she could feel that it would not be alright, like, it would not get better, it was only going worse and worse. So what she did was, she actually not confronted her mom, but she actually went for the help. She asked her, hey, so like, I'm having trouble with this. And her mom, what she did, she didn't mock her or anything. She took her on a study session, and they studied together ever since. she went through the whole year. They did again the whole year of study together. So now she had better grades. She know how to study this world better. But I was like, what? That's crazy. What? So like, if there's help in front of you and you actually went for it, it's really something that as people in the world we really don't do. Like, there are stuff I say to my sister, I'm harassing her about it. She does not listen. But once her friends do tell her, now, oh, you don't know what I discovered, I need to work on this. Huh? What? I told you. It's really just frustration, but I get it. I'm like, I'm not the one you wanted to hear it from, and it's okay. But that's just, yes, so I try to like take the help from her. I know that when she says stuff like, it's been a year that I'm jobless and I'm trying to find a job, but I can't for whatever reason. Everybody is like, no, we don't want you. Okay, it's been a year. It's been a year. Okay, please give me a job. I need that money. So like she's been telling me, oh, go there. So I do what she say, but I don't tell her. You see. And sometimes, so after my friend told me this story, I was like, that's actually a good idea, because it's true that even though they can be bitchy, they did live like longer than us, so they have more experience, so they know. So actually, I went in for the help. Unfortunately, I did not get work. But I did see changes in the way I did the stuff, and better changes. So now I guess that I'm better at finding a job without the confirmation. So yeah, and so it's been 2 days, as I said, that I'm trying to see the stuff as they are. Like, not blaming everything on her. Like, she come in the morning, she wakes me up, because I kind of wake up later than her. I wake up when she get out of the house to go for the work, because I don't like waking up with people. Because I don't need to explain. So like, I wait for her to get out of the house, and really everyone, my siblings, everyone, to get out of the house. But she know that I'm awake, so she comes to me. She's like, hey, wake up! You need to do this today. Don't forget, blah blah blah. So I'm like, in the morning, first thing, and now I'm saying, for me, it's the morning. For her, she's been awake for like 3 hours. She's awake. She's not just, I need to go to work. She's awake. So I'm trying to go easier on her. And then, like, our house is like in, there's works that needs to be done on the house, like the painting and everything. And so I did one of those things. I gave her my help. I proposed my help. I really don't know how to say it. I went like, hey, do you want any help? I can help with that. That's the better traduction I can do for it, sorry. And so it was like, she was like, yeah, actually you can help with that. So I'm doing this stuff. And then she comes in after work, and she see that I did the stuff wrong. And since I've been more patient with her, she's been more patient with me. So she's like, oh, you're doing it wrong. And I'm like, thanks. First thing I hear, nice. And she's like, no, but like, I know that you couldn't be doing it right because I didn't told you how to do it right. So I was like, what? Are we both being mature? What? That's crazy. So like, she told me how, and now I'm doing it. And I'm still learning, obviously, to... I really don't want to say forgive her, because if I do, I feel like there's going to be more of this abusive behavior that's going to come to me, but it's really not. So I'm trying to grow past that. I'm trying to let the past behind me, because I've really been carrying it on my shoulder for nothing. It got me through only problems. So I'm only trying to say the past is behind, the future is in your hands. You cannot do anything for your past, nor can she, because I know she regrets. She cannot do anything to repair what she did, but we can both move, and that's what I'm trying to do. Move on. I have really no advice. I'm just talking today, and I hope maybe it helped you for whatever reason. Like maybe you learn something, or it convinced you to do something, or like maybe you took it as advice. I don't know. Do your stuff. Just move on. I forgot to present myself. I'm Melissa. I already did 2 videos where I was presenting myself, so I don't think it's very useful. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hope I see you in the next one.